Hello and welcome to Thursday night Fading Suns on the Ulysses International channel. I am Jamie, your GM, and we are joined with the crew of the Oh Boy. I'm going to jump right in because this is the penultimate episode of our Fading Suns campaign. Again, this is the end of a campaign that has been running for nearly 4 years. I believe it was January or February that we started putting this together many years ago. We were sure I had a little bit more hair than I do right now. But I will just say to everyone involved, both behind the scenes and in the game and on the chat, I realize that we are rushing towards the climax of the campaign, both literal and emotional. So we'll see what happens. You need to take a second, that's fine. There are beats that will happen. There are things that are coming together. And for the chat, that you would just support and join with the crew here as we run to the end of. Thanks, Evan. I see you in chat saying I used to have battle buttons, and now this is what I have left after 4 years of Fading Suns from doing this. Actually, it's probably more the B team that caused me to do this. So, when we last left off, Gregor and Calypso went to test the bounciness of all of the beds in the old hotel, while Val, Perpetua, Gemma, and Jexa spoke with Francesco, who had very strong words for several of the people in the party. The group then went back to the cathedral after Gregor announced that most of the beds were broken, and he was very disappointed in the overall bounciness of the beds. He jumped on all of them. Calypso gave him a glare, but we couldn't figure out why. And the group back at the cathedral spoke with Bishop Charles, managed to use Francesco's behind-the-scenes knowledge of the politics of the empire to get Bishop Charles to put out a essentially church request that House Hawkwood's fleet that just happened to be in system join with the Oh Boii and the Imperial Favor, a battle order destroyer under the command of Captain Divago, and head out to Milan Station to go through the gate, because all reports are showing that there is a buildup of ships there. As you all were waiting in front of the gate, taking the time to synchronize the jump keys so that everyone, all of the ships can pass through at the same instant, data is being relayed between the Hawkwood fleet, the Imperial Watch, the Oh Boii. Data is being passed back and forth. Captain Divago in communication with the rest of the Hawkwood fleet. They kind of decide that the idea is that they're going to go forward. The Imperial Watch kind of first. It's mainly instantaneous, but the idea is that to try and provide a cordon around the Oh Boii. The call comes over as Captain Divago. Are you ready? We're about 30 seconds from jump.
Sure. Is this part of using the night roads? Are we not using the night roads?
The thing about night roads is you still go through the same gate.
Okay,
there's only one gate in the system.
Just what I wanted to know. Yep.
Now here's the thing. We'll do what we can. But we don't know what's waiting for us. So as soon as you get a chance to make a burn for the station, you run. The Excalibur and the Caliborn will provide cover for you. We're going to take the brunt of it. From what I understand, and you can hear claxons in the background, which Gemma immediately identifies as sort of the soothing tones of screaming church alarm bells letting you know everything is fine, but prepare for jump. Once you enter the event horizon, we're not going to know what's going on, and you're not going to know what's going on. That barrier, consider it completely opaque until you cross back. If you cross back. It's not something that the time dilation alone and the light bending, it's going to get really weird there. But know it, Compline, we all said a prayer for you. All 673 of us on the ship.
That's a big ship. Big boy. No, I would have named that ship Big Boy if I had gotten that one.
You guys can see on the countdown timer on the Oh Boii, the clocks have the jump clock has been synchronized, and it's slowly counting down. 15, 10.
Are you flying? Or is Gregor flying?
9.
I think Calypso's flying.
I assumed Calypso was flying, which
Yeah.
is so. Calypso, you're gonna really want to make sure that you have your dice ready, your pilot, plus
You
wits
do have a
put
lot of
together.
crit points, right?
I think I have 2 of my own. I don't know how much the pool has. Wait, I can check how many I have right now.
If any of you are planning to man the guns on the Oh Boii,
Yeah,
now would be the time to get there.
Okay, I can do that.
You
What
did
do we-
take
What do we need to man the guns? Like, is it
Well,
shipboard operations
it's
or?
shipboard
And
operations.
Okay.
gunnery.
And well, yeah, gunnery is what you would need. If you don't have the appropriate capability, it's the roll is unfavored.
Blah.
Wait, what? It's knavery?
No, gunnery.
Gunnery.
But don't worry, Calypso. You're gonna have plenty of things to worry about.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't even bother with looking for this.
No, you fly good.
Yeah, I feel good.
You fly.
I feel good. I feel real good. I hate
Gregor
myself.
kind of looks down at Calypso. Are you okay?
No!
Perpetua kind of comes up and takes the co-pilot seat. Don't worry, we've got this. 3, 2, and the gate activates.
Gage.
For a brief moment, you just see again your reflections, and you all punch through at the same time. Everything's slaved to the synchronized jump gate, or the synchronized jump key, and that's when the bovine excrement hits the oscillating blade. Almost immediately, you can see the bright flashes of light from shipboard lasers, as you can see 36 ships arrayed between 100 meters and 700 meters away from you. There is no advanced warning. There is no call to halt. There is nothing but a barrage of incoming missiles and laser fire. And so I need from Calypso a pilot roll.
Just pilot, not daredevil or any of that. Just pilot.
You use everything you need for this. If you want to
Okay.
use Daredevil, if you want to use...
Okay. Is it daredevil or is it stunt pilot? I think it's stunt pilot. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. I don't have my book.
I got you.
Okay.
We got you.
Yeah. I think daredevil is more. I think it's stunt pilot that I want. I used to have all of these notes, and then I.
Stunt pilot. You know your ship like a lover.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Gregor's like, what?
You're especially good at performing the stunt maneuver with your pilot skill. Your roles to execute stunts are favorable.
Okay. So I would definitely argue this is a stunt because she has to maneuver and flip and go all around the shooty shoots, blasty blasts. And she might also, like, on the comms be like, everyone, please take your seats, ensure your seatbelts are on, and to your left is a handy dandy barf bag.
Ericole is kind of, sort of, trying to find his space legs. What is a tray table?
Holy freaking Luya, I got a 19.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. So we're good. So I take how do we want to do this?
Oh, you're asking how much VP to spend?
Yeah.
So here's the thing. This is going to set your defense for the round.
Okay.
So I'm giving you an option here, basically, to try and how difficult do you want this to be?
I don't want it difficult at all. What are you?
The more you spend, the less likely you will take damage.
Oh, okay.
The whole 19, or should I do like?
I mean, it's up to, this is your ship. How bad do you want it to come through in one piece?
Wait a second. I'm sorry. My 19 is a crit.
Ha nice. You get another weird point.
Aha.
I mean,
Does that change anything?
that is a thing that happens.
I'm math good.
All right, so immediately, Calypso, you send the Oh Boii into a tight spiral as the fleet sort of breaks around you in 3 dimensions, with the Imperial Watch just heading directly towards the mass of the first fleet within the first several hundred meters. You can see the corona of its shields just starts to form like a fiery blaze in front of it, giving it almost the image of a comet. As you break, Ericole is the first one to notice it. He's like, there and there. Meanwhile, Perpetua says, no, I can see the station. I found it. I've got the coordinates. It's just like he said it would be. Ericole points out 2 raiders, both House Decados, peeling off toward you.
Behind
So,
us.
they're kind of trying to get in behind you.
Oh, okay.
So, here's how this is going to work. Calypso, you have several maneuvers that you can do.
Okay.
Okay. You can.
How am I piloting? If it looks like this.
Well, you can always perform a stunt.
Okay.
So don't worry, you can always do that. This is going to be a chase,
Okay.
but you can also attempt to do things like maneuver to get people into a good position, decelerate to kind of put the brakes on so that maybe the ships overshoot you and Gemma and Val can strafe at them. You can take evasive action, which is basically like you've done. You can order the people to fire, but it requires you to go like fire.
Okay.
If you're not pulling a Ricardo Montalban, I think I'm going to have to make it a disfavorable roll.
But what if it's fires and missiles? And then later.
I would accept that. I will also accept if you ask Perpetua for a sensor roll, but you ask her for one ping only.
Okay, not yet. Not yet.
Not yet?
Not
Okay.
yet.
All right, so
Hold on to that. Okay.
what's your plan here, Calypso? Are you racing towards the station? Are you trying to take a evasive maneuver? What's going on?
I'm a Speedy. I'm a daredevil. And I'm Captain frickin' Calypso. I'm heading into that frickin' station. Because that's where we're supposed to be going. And I'm doing it in style. And I'm wearing a feathered hat.
I was gonna say, what
Of
color
course
is your
you're
hat?
wearing a
How
feathered
big
The
is it?
plume right now is a red.
There you go.
She's
I like
fierce.
it.
Okay, so at this point, these 2 other ships are near to you. And what that means is the way this is going to work is you're going to make a pilot plus wits roll plus any crazy stuff you want to try and throw in there. Daredevil, stunt pilot,
Yeah, I'm gonna just do stunt pilot again. That
whatever.
auto favorable is nice without spending our weird points.
Mhm.
Okay.
You're going to spend VP to increase the range between you and the other person.
I just rolled 2.
All right. Your weapons are within range at this point, and so you just need to remember, everyone's weapons are within range. So,
Okay. Well, I rolled a 1, and then I rolled a 1 again, so I succeed.
do you want to do any sort of?
I mean, you could surge and get some VP.
You could surge and get some VP.
Do I still have VP from the other roll, or did we dump all 19? I wasn't clear.
How much did you? How much did you spend? I think you like the max you could have spent was like 10 to 14 is like.
Okay, so if we
really,
did 14,
You would have 5 left.
I have 5, so I have 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess I'll spend the 6 and be like, barrel roll time. Put on the microphone, hold on to your butts.
All right, give me the roll. Oh no, you did that. So
I did
are you
that
surging?
already.
How many VP do you want to spend?
Oh right, I can do the surge. So the surge gives me 12?
Yes.
And so I have 6, so then if I get the 12 and I use half of the 12 of the surge, then it'll give me to 12, so I'll use 12.
Yeah, and you have 6
Alright.
left over.
And I have 6 left over! Math! Becca, be proud of me!
We are. All right, so racing with you are these 2 other ships. You can see that both of them are from, again, from Decados. One
don't know
is
what I'm
known
doing.
as the Shadow's Stinger,
I don't like it.
and the other one is known as, let me pull up my notes, as the Crawling Knife.
Ew.
The Crawling Knife, the good news is, they were not expecting this. So you guys were all near. With what you spend, you will escape if they do not spend enough VP to stay within range, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay. The Crawling Knife does not. Their pilot flubs it, and as they try and keep up with you, you can see the Caliburn just comes down and intercepts the ship, strafing the side of it in a blaze of laser fire and heat blasters, attempting to try and pull it off, and the Crawling Knife just falls by the wayside. However, the other one is coming straight at you. You are now you are no longer near, but it does well enough to keep you within far distance. So those of you in the turrets, Val and Gemma, do you want to try and take shots? Because they are
Yes.
definitely taking
Yes,
shots.
please.
What do we roll?
This will be a perception
Okay.
plus shoot. If you have gunnery, if you have gunnery, you're great. If you don't, hey, we've got Alice is in the chat.
Oh.
Hey, Alice.
Hi.
We have Greg. Welcome, Greg and Ben and Phantom. Hey, everybody. All right, we're gonna let you guys go first because you guys are, after all, the big damn heroes.
I succeed with a 12.
How much do you want to spend?
1.
How hard are these guys to hit, does it seem like? Do I know anything about Decados ships that would let me judge how hard this is going to be?
Decados ships are about as slimy and as well. This is Val's opinion, about as slimy and as sort of slippery as their the house that they come from. I feel like I'm being, to all of you Decados players out there, choose a different house. No, I'm just
Yeah, choose a different house. You chose the wrong house.
wrong house. So the base difficulty to hit these is the captain's wits. Speaking
Okay.
of Calypso, what are your wits?
8.
So at this point, you don't know what the other captains. Excuse me.
I don't know
wits-
how smart they are.
Yes.
I will spend
Uh,
8.
Yeah, I'll spend 8 as well.
Okay. Well, the wits is 7.
Haha!
Not many are as smart as
So
Calypso.
the captain is actually going to try and rotate the ship 90 degrees so that instead of flying at your turrets. She's going to try and give you a leaner profile. So she's going to up her defense, her resistance by 4 for each of you.
So I would need to spend 12 to hit.
Yes.
Okay.
11. You would have to get to a total of 11.
On a scale of 1 to Calypso, how mad is that plan?
I'm glad to help Phantom. I said, Phantom said, thanks to my description, he now feels dirty looking at the fading sun ships. Well, that's it. That was the goal of the stream. I hope you guys had fun. I will.
We all live. We'll miss.
You're gonna miss,
Yeah.
Val. You're gonna
Okay.
hit.
Yeah.
Do you want to spend anything to increase the damage
Sit down.
of
I can't. I only had 1 VP left because I rolled a 12, and 1 doesn't increase it, right?
No, and so you
Yeah.
you can see its shields start to glow a bit as you kind of head towards them. As your strike hits, you can see the other 2 fly out into the night. Now, what I need from all of you is a D20 roll for the events table.
That's a 5.
Who's had a lot of time to think about this?
I got a 10.
10, 5.
11.
11sies.
Curse you. Okay, so the good
Okay.
news is for the 10 and the 5. Oh man, if this was Torg Night, those are double 10s as well. Which, all right, Excalibur comes flying by as well and also strafes the Decado ship and crits on both of them, which causes their front shields to fail and drop. However, Calypso, a 5 on the table is minor mishap, so I need you to roll another d20.
It's a freaking 1!
Oh, Calypso.
You guys
Cool. Immediately,
Find out.
a red light on the dash of the ship, you know the one, Calypso, starts flashing. You know those parts that Gregor and Jexa have been telling you to get replaced? The power regulators in the bowels of the ship.
Bowels.
They
Yeah.
start. You're starting to lose power, which is going to increase the target numbers until you get it back in place. You also know that there is a small radiation leak. Everything's fine there. Fine. How are you doing? It's just a small reactor leak. Who are you going to ignore it and take the increased difficulty, or are you going to send Gregor or Jexa down to try and repair it?
I'm sending one of them down. I'm just deciding which one because I can't.
This is the moment of truth, Calypso. You're the captain. Make the call.
Radiation, I mean, Gemma's been exposed to a lot of radiation, it's fine.
She's fine.
Radiation, it's
All
a small
3 of her
radiation
eyes
leak.
see perfectly.
It's in small doses. The radiation is not really going to harm the person.
True.
The issue is
The issue is what happens if you roll a 5 again?
I'm sending Gregor. I'm not going to send a 17-year-old to her potential cancerous doom.
Gregor
Fine.
nods, stands up, tightens his work belt, puts his hand on your shoulder, gives you a kiss on your head, and goes racing down the hall. Calypso, you are now far from the edge of the event horizon. You can see the accretion disk. You can see, you can't really see it. Your sensors really tell you more that it's there. To you, it is a wrongness in space. You see more the outline of it as the light from the dwarf star kind of bends around it. You can also, as you kind of stare, you actually can see the image of Milan Station Like you can track where it entered and where it's kind of moving towards. It's as if somebody made the station out of like silly putty, and has slowly stretched it in this arc away from where it hit the edge. Calypso, I applaud your pragmatism. And I may even give you a weird point for that comment you made in chat.
Oh.
What did you say?
You should take it. So the question is,
I'm
the
taking
longer you stay out here,
Uh-huh.
the longer you stay out here, the more chances the ship has to blow you up.
But what if I turn
If
the
you
ship?
don't decelerate before hitting the event horizon, the ship's going to take some damage. So how fast do you want to get there?
What if I turn the ship into chicken?
What's your goal?
Is it even a viable good option, or is it just too Calypso-y?
This is your ship.
Oh,
if you
Calypso
wanna do
really
it-
wants to turn the ship and start going nose to nose at the other one and play chicken, which would force them to, do this number. I don't know if you can see my. Yeah, you can see my hands.
Oh no, I can see your hands.
Yeah, so I'd go so Calypso's psycho, so she would just die. And so the other one would have to go like this, and then Calypso could just that. She wants it that. It's a breaststroke.
Okay,
Oh, but I don't.
We're not nervous. It's fine.
go ahead and give me the roll,
Oh,
Calypso.
We're committed. This is definitely a stunt. If I used a weird point, would that give me another d20?
No, you already are favored.
Just thought I'd ask. Okay, I have succeeded with an 11. And I
You
have
6 in
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Mhm.
So this is the evens where I have to use 16?
Evens is damage.
Evens
so
is
you could
damage.
use 17.
So I could just use 17 to go fully psycho and another over the comms. Hold on to your butts.
All right, so you have stunt pilot. So this is, as we said, is favorable. So this will be a pilot. This is actually a pilot plus intuition roll. So does that change anything? Do you want to spend anything beforehand? Because I did not let you know that it was intuition before you pulled it.
No, it's still a 14 for that, so
Okay.
I still succeeded.
All right, and how much are you spending?
So it doesn't, none of that changed. I still have
No,
this.
you would still have the 17.
The 17.
Yeah.
I think I need to spend the 17.
Great.
Since if I don't, I'm killing 100% of us.
Jam, can I then, as
Please.
she's chickening, if this works and the other ship pulls up, can I be prepared to shoot the underbelly of the ship?
Yes.
Yeah, can we both just shoot it?
Yes. Now you need to tell me who's making the shot in which order, because one of you the second person to go gets a -2 to the roll because of the power drain and just the timing the thing, but also you're both at a -2 because of the power drain. So it'll be a -2 to your goal and a -4 to who shoots second.
How good is your shoot, Gemma?
Jam, what did you say? It's perception plus shoot?
Plus shoot.
It's a 10.
I'll go second then. Mine's a 14, just out of the
out
gate
the gate.
anyway.
Okay, so yours is actually going to be at an 8.
Just so you know. Okay, great. Okay, so mine will be at an 8 to start. Okay,
And hers
And
will be at a
mine's at a
10 to shoot.
10. Okay.
I'm gonna add a 3 to make that an 11. So, what am I doing? I'm
I
rolling a
don't know
dice.
what you were doing. All I know is I'm either committing suicide with
I
you
succeeded
all
with an
with
8.
me, or...
I succeeded with a 9!
This all sounds
Alright.
great so far!
So Gemma crits. Val, so-
I dumped VP. I didn't crit. I added
Oh, okay.
3 to make it 11.
It's like a
Well,
weird breaststroke.
Okay. All right. So, you hit. Are you? Okay. So you guys know the base spend is 7.
Correct. I only have 8, so I will spend the 8.
Okay.
I'll start with 7.
All right. She has. She is going to spend 4. To get to 9. 9 and 9. So you'll still hit Val.
Okay, yeah, because I can afford to spend the 9.
All right, Val, go ahead and roll a d20.
5.
All right, you hit one of their gun decks, and you just see one of the gun decks. It had a grappling hook that looked like it was ready to punch at you, and kind of reel you in. She is still going to try and get the other one. Oh no. Hey Calypso, how much do you want to spend on upping your resistance as the other grapple fires?
I don't have anything.
Unless you surge again.
Oh, I can surge again. Okay. Yeah, and that'll be my last surge for the scene, right? It's by scene, right?
It's until you rest.
Oh. Well.
You can also break a weird point into 3VP.
You could also break a weird point into 3VP. Hello, Jexa.
I have 4 of those.
So in theory, you can get 12 VP out of that.
Or I could do 2 and get 6. And then just do the 6. And then just accept whatever may come. I mean, she is tossing her ship at another ship in the hope that that ship doesn't really want that ship to die, so...
Plain chicken.
Yeah, yeah.
Tight.
Welcome. Calypso's being Calypso.
Giving it all she got, Captain.
Yeah, I'm gonna convert 2 weird points into 6. Drop my personal cooldown.
Oh, good.
to 2.
Vegas does have rules for collisions if this happens.
Oh, lovely.
Okay, maybe, you know what, I'm gonna surge. I'm still using those weird points. So now I have, what, 12, 13, 14,
You'd
15,
have
16,
24.
17. I have 24? No, I
sorry.
only did 2, so I have 16.
6.
And I'm gonna use the 16.
You have 18, because your surge is 12, right?
Yeah, oh, I have 18. I'm using 18.
She cannot match that.
Oh, thank God. What did she do?
So the grappling hook goes wild. I do need a pilot plus intuition roll from Calypso to make sure that. Well, actually, no, Calypso. Here's the thing. This is really more of a will roll. This is a will off between you and the captain.
Okay. So that's pilot plus will.
Pilot plus will. See who blinks first.
Should have spent a weird point on that.
Yeah.
Do you want to? I did not tell you what the roll was beforehand.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna spend a weird point. Thank you. Oh God.
FYI, I have Perpetuas in the pot, so...
I don't know which one to use.
Well, use the spoopy
it.
one. You
Use
don't
the
even have the
spoops?
spoopy out.
Sometimes I don't use them because it's really hard for me to read them.
You don't trust any of them, so I'm saying use one
You're
you
right.
haven't rolled yet.
You're right. Listen here, little fellow. This is very important.
I want to survive.
I literally am gonna kill everyone.
Don't worry, it's only 30 damage for a collision at this speed.
I'm literally gonna kill everyone. Except Gemma. She will be the lone survivor, and think of the trauma! Think of the trauma! No!
Well, don't... You gonna take it? Because you have to always take it out of the box.
If I take it, it's a crit.
Okay.
Answer that.
There you go.
And you get your weird point back.
And I get a weird point back!
Alright.
Oops, that's not how you do twos. I have forgotten how to language.
It's fine. There's no nerves up
Alright.
here.
So you crit.
I crit!
All right. You don't blink. the ship rumbles as the other one, the Decados one, kind of clips, part tearing off, shearing off. Because remember, you guys are not. I am assuming this is the case because we have talked about shields. That you guys are at partial thrust, right? Because at full thrust, you have no shields. It's basically your shields are trying to keep rocks from blowing the ship up at this point. But you guys, you can see for a brief moment, your shields just flare white across as the Decado ship kind of clips yours. I need everyone to roll an event die.
No.
But the other ship, you can clearly see, is now spinning out of control. The Excalibur drops in behind it and just starts lighting up the back. Val, what'd you get?
11.
Okay. Gemma?
11.
What?
Okay.
I got an 11.
I did not. I got a
Well,
14.
the good news is with the 311s, those are one, a great band, and two, there is a blast of there's as the Excalibur's guns rake against the side of the Decado ships again, there is a bright explosion as something ignites within the ship. And yeah, what did you get, Gemma? Or Jexa?
14.
A 14?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I need you to roll again.
Oh.
9.
A 9. All right.
I am unconscious and dead.
I know, that's what I'm scared.
This is kind of how this is going.
Close it, did tell everybody to fasten their seatbelts. She did have that foresight.
All right. So over the comms, you hear, "That's the last of them. Go get done what you need to get done. We're heading back to the fleet." And Jeff, you roll, what was your other roll? I apologize.
9, 14,
Jexa.
and then 9.
14 and then 9. Because GM always loves increasing the difficulty of running the game right here at the end.
Yes.
All right. Jexa, I need you to give me one more roll.
Okay.
I don't need to know the number. I need to know whether it's even or odd.
Odd.
Okay.
Lucky number 11.
Over the comm, right? As I said, the ship, Decado ship, hit yours. It actually hit one of the gun decks. Val, you saw the wing clip the Serasteel dome that you're strapped in on the gun turret, and it shears away a chunk of it. Oxygen is rushing out of it, and you all hear the klaxons as the gun port starts to close beneath you to seal off the ship from vacuuming into space.
Can I get out of here before it seals me into a vacuum of space, please?
Sure. What I need from you is this will be a survival roll.
Oh no.
What
And
is that? Okay, never mind. I see it.
Jim,
it's a skill on the character sheet.
It's something I've never put points in. Yeah.
Jim.
And
Oh, go ahead.
this will be a strength check as you are trying to pull yourself out as quickly as possible.
Can we
Thanks for using my 2 worst staff.
can we bequeath her with a weird point?
Yeah.
Weird
I have
points are
one.
part of the
I have
copper,
one.
so you can share them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jim, is this
I have one anyway.
also built like another famous ship where the gun ports are kind of opposite one another?
They are not.
I was gonna try. And
Okay.
Oh.
I have a weird point, so I'm going to spend that, and then I'm going to. Can I surge off of my turn?
You can search whenever you want to.
Should've drawn.
Like right now,
Okay,
you can
I'm
be
gonna burn one of those and dump some VP into making my number better.
I think John made
So now I need a 15 instead of a 7. Success with a 12.
Yay!
Oh,
Nice.
hallelujah.
So normally this would have been,
Instant death.
this normally would have been a Herculean task, but because of the power drain, the doors are closing slower. So you only need to spend 10 to get out of here on time.
Great, I'll spend it because I really don't want to suffocate in space at the edge of a black hole.
Being
I mean, that would
sucked
just
into
be
space is
awful.
fun.
But don't worry, I don't think you would have actually suffocated in space. You would have been ripped to shreds as vacuum pulled you out through that tiny hole in the Cerestrial dome.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, even better.
yeah, don't worry. It would have been much more painful, but very short.
Great. Well, good thing that didn't happen.
Jexa, you know that Gregor has been sent down below to deal with a ruptured power conduit.
Uh-huh.
And then Calypso chose Gregor to go down there and be exposed to radiation instead of you.
Hey. Oh.
I said radiation exposure is fine.
Bill's character.
I really don't.
Okay, the lights start flickering and you hear cursing through the comms. Gregor's like, I knew I should have repaired this back before Byzantium Secundus, but don't worry. I'll hold it together till we come to a stop. We're gonna have to repair this if we even want a prayer of getting out of this thing alive. But just keep going. Perpetua has the big book open that she got somewhere, and she says, "After the gate of darkness, all that's left is the path of crows."
Ooh, I don't like that. Sorry, continue.
Can I come? Val, are you okay?
Yep. Good.
Now,
Good.
everything seems to have taken on sort of a sanguine patina, and you're guessing it's because most of the capillaries in your eyes have burst.
It's,
Little
It's
frostburn.
gonna be real fun.
So you took, by the way, 2 vitality from that.
Great.
No, Evan, but I
Can
would
we
say that we're
get
halfway
away
there.
from this fight, please, before I get blown into space.
Just keep driving.
We're gonna keep driving. We've shook the last one off the tail, so we're
Right, so Calypso, you need basically one more roll to get there. Perpetua is laying in the coordinates even as you watch. She is moving between the illuminated manuscript, right? All of the little notes, the little jots and tittles, she keeps flipping back and forth and kind of looking up as if she's seeing something kind of right here between her and the canopy of the cockpit. But she is calculating on the fly the trajectory for you to get into the black hole and hit the event horizon at the right point to punch through and get to Milan Station.
Okay. So I need to roll another stunt pilot.
I just need a regular wits plus piloting roll for you on this one.
Okay, but can I roll as a stunt pilot, or
I'll allow you. This would also, Daredevil would also apply here because you were doing something really,
Okay. Yeah. What
really
is-
intensely dumb.
What
Okay,
is-
Daredevil. While piloting a vessel or craft, you may call upon your inner calm or chant a prayer to a saint as a primary action. Well, pilot or drive plus
Probably
faith.
not that second one.
Yeah, no, I was like, this doesn't sound right. Yeah, you're good. Stunt pilot's good for you.
Okay.
Unless
stunt
you suddenly
pilot.
want to start praying.
Well, isn't it you call upon your intercom? Like it could just be a period.
But your role becomes pilot plus faith.
Oh, screw that shit. I have no faith.
Yes.
Fair.
Okay, I got a 10 and a 5, both succeed.
Okay.
So we'll pick the 10.
So what the 10 does for you is it basically will now give you a coffer of 5 points to spend on all piloting rolls for the rest of the scene. So you have
Nice.
like personal VP that only applies to your piloting rolls. All right, so here's the thing. Even with Perpetua's help, Calypso, this is the craziest thing you've ever done.
Oh, great.
Like crazier than that Corona skip back on Julius 3, crazier than
Thinking
you
time
know
was
what
a viable
happened
option in the
with-
first place.
yeah, that one time that you and Tag weren't really paying attention to the controls and had to get out of the situation very quickly. This is even crazier than that. So here's what's going to happen. It's your final piloting plus wits roll.
Okay.
The rating for this, with Perpetua's help, you're going to need to get a 12 or higher. You'll need to spend 12 or more VP. This will count. This is a crazy stunt, so I'm going to let you use stunt driver.
So I have the 10 from the roll I just did.
No, does she have to make another roll, or does she just have to spend?
She gets to make a roll. The first one was to make the Daredevil coffer.
So you
Oh.
you have 16.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna roll again, and as a stunt pilot, because I'm a little confused, and we're gonna find out what's going on. Okay, so 18. We're good. So we did it, and that's a 2, and I don't want that one. I want the 18.
Great.
Okay. So I don't. Okay, so I have 5 in the coffer for piloting.
Mm-hmm.
You said I have 16.
You have 16 VP and you just got 18, so 34?
So 34.
I mathed right.
We started
That's
to
fine.
like rely on like me, and it was really weird.
Ugh.
But there was a shout out to you, don't you?
Oh,
worry.
thanks.
Excuse me.
Oh, I was like, look at me, Becca. You weren't there.
So you
So,
have
how many do you want to
39.
spend?
I don't.
20.
20. I'll just spend 20, and that'll
'cause
leave
you
me with 13. Is that right? Did I math that right?
14.
Oh, it'll leave me with 14.
Well, actually,
I believe you
Wait.
had 19.
It'll leave me with 19.
yeah.
But you can only. So Jam, how is her 5 coffer
Her
working?
5 stunt coffer are independent of her bank and her vault. That's why it exists. She can it allows her to keep extra VP in this coffer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
So
then
you don't need to spend that.
Okay, so I won't spend that one, but I spend out of the other one. And so
Sure.
how much was that one?
You
The
spent
34.
34.
34.
34.
And so,
Occam's razor gets a weird point.
So if you spend the 20, you'd still have 14 left.
okay,
All right.
I'll do that.
There's this weird sensation
So I'm at 14 left.
Mhm.
Okay.
as you can see, right? It's really more of you can see the event horizon on the sensors that the ship has. This close, you're able to kind of make out a bit of what the Imperial poets refer to as the dying of the light, the golden band, the final barrier. These things that represent the fact that the black hole draws in light, but kind of is wreathed in it as it's bending all of the light toward it. And then nothing. You pass through, the ship screams as the metal buckles and tears and shears at itself, yet somehow Calypso manages to keep the ship together, whether it's through some virtue of the Second Republic that produced the Oh Boii, the fact that Calypso is being guided, or is the craziest pilot this side of Byzantium Secundus, or some grace infused by Perpetua's divine calculations from the illuminated Omega Gospels.
It's because the Oh Boii loves her.
And the feather.
Maddie, there was a wrath of you know who comment in the chat for you. Just saying. But what's really weird is for everyone but Calypso and Jexa, there is this vast, for Calypso and Jexa, there's this vast placid darkness. And not a darkness like, I've turned the lights out in my room, or the darkness of wearing a sleep mask, or going out into the country, or stepping out into the street. There's always a bit of light pollution, no matter where you're coming from. For you two, it is a placid and total darkness, as if someone zoomed in on the darkness between stars to the point that no light was here at all. There's some part of you that resonates with this. You feel like you've come home.
Mm.
Val
Why?
and Gemma, you see the darkness,
Which is also
but the
good.
terrifying thing is there's darker spots moving
Oh, cool.
in here. You can see them. They don't seem to have noticed you yet. But before any of you can say anything, Perpetua points there, and you see it. Milan Station. Weird top-like shape. You can see, like, definitely that part that somebody blew something up out of. Not saying who, not trying to point fingers.
I don't know at this point.
Everyone but Val gets a finger pointed at her. Because Val wasn't on the station at the time.
I've never blown anything up in my entire life.
I think Alestra would argue differently.
I was just saying, which one of you put a grenade in someone's mouth and then pulled the pin and ran away?
Was she alive at the
Well,
time?
you know what? That's still fair. Val didn't blow something up. She blew
someone.
someone up.
There you go. I blow up people, not things.
And you can see the station is there. It's not rotating. It's not really even moving, but you know from the outside you saw movement. And again, whatever is going on does not seem to be how any of you expected things to work past here, right? Jexa was like, this will crush the ship.
Yes.
But this was a leap of faith, and something, some grace, some perseverance, some force of will is keeping the ship moving. But as you draw closer, you can see the station is rimed with ice. That seems to have grown around it in sort of a shell, but it looks like it's fractured in weird symmetrical patterns. Ericol goes, I do not like this place. Feels as if we have fallen into some vast pit where no light and no eyes watch us.
Considering the weird shadow things moving out there, I'm not so sure about the no eyes part.
There are tales in the apocryphal texts of a city, the lowest point of creation. After the Pan-Creator expelled those who rebelled against him, they fell, and in their fall they distended the very fabric of creation. And there they built a city called Dis. This feels like that.
But was it built on rock and roll?
Hold on, let me see what the rules are for removing weird points.
It was right there, man.
I'm glad you said it, not me.
Did we make it? Is that what that sound was?
Uh-huh.
Over the
Yeah.
comms. We need to get the ship where it's going, and we need to park for a while, because this thing's bleeding a lot of things, and I'm not sure how long this rebreather is working. Can you hear like a dull thunking sound, or how well it's still working? And I need to pull this conduit and replace it.
Okay, you also need to get out of the radiation and get into a spacesuit. Those are radiation proof, and you have time now.
I've got to keep this together till we come to a stop, otherwise it's going to rupture.
We need to dock.
Somebody needs to run
Let's
him
dock. Dock.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
I need everyone who is in the cockpit to give me a perception plus observe roll
Is that
to
me?
see.
Yeah.
Have
Yep, you're up there
Gemma
too,
and Val
Jessa.
gotten back there at this point, or
Yeah,
not?
you
Can
coughed
I-
up something about the size of a small kiwi fruit, but you don't feel anything missing. So,
I'm sure it's fine.
Can I actually go try to help Gregor, like, just get a hand on things?
so it's
Bring them
under
some
the ship.
iodine.
Like it's in like the crawl spaces of the ship. You would not fit there in your battle armor.
You're calling me fat.
No.
No,
Huskies.
I'm calling you solid.
It was perception plus what? That we
It's
needed
really
to
the
roll?
battle ones, Gemma.
Perception
that would
plus
prevent
observe.
you. Perception plus observe.
Okay, so he's inside the ship. He's in crawl spaces. So the only other person who could fit right now would be Jexa. Or
Yes.
Jexa, Lucia, Val, you.
okay.
You can send Urkel a Perpetua, but we've seen what happened. Whatever special dispensation Urkel has in his life, technology is
No,
not.
we're not sending
Is
him.
not applicable to
I
that.
mean, it might behoove the stepmother of the adult child that she cares so much for to bring him some iodine and assistance.
I can do that.
I will go down there with him. Get us on that station. And she goes tearing back.
But
What'd
I
you get on
want
your-
suit.
What'd you get, Jexa?
20.
Whoa, buddy.
It's
got it.
really hard to see. You try to hold your eyes open, and you end up putting both of your fingers in your eyes.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Now, we'll come back to that 20 here in a second.
Awesome.
What did you get, Val?
I got a 10, which is a success.
Okay. How much would you like to spend? The more you spend, the more you get. The more you get,
The better you
the
feel.
better you feel. Yeah.
I still have some in the bank, so I'll spend 12. So I want to
Okay.
see.
Jexa. Or when? Gemma.
3.
How much would you like to spend?
Me too.
Whoa! Blah. I will spend all 3. I don't know that I want to surge yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not
And what
serious.
about you?
How much you can spend? You have 17.
I have 17. I have 17.
Mhm.
I have 17. How much did wow, I'm having
Val
an
spent
aneurysm.
I spent 12.
Thank you. I'm gonna do the exact same thing. No, is it beneficial to do the exact same thing somebody else
Yeah,
does?
well, you are driving the ship.
I'm driving
For
the
you
ship.
to be able to see.
I will-
That is very beneficial.
I will do the 12.
How are we still alive, guys?
So Gemma,
Excellent. Yes.
you notice
Hmm.
that you get the distinct feeling that all of those shapes moving in the darkness, they're not individual shapes. They're all somehow drawing back to something massive and large near the center
I just
of the area.
turn on my flashlight.
You get the distinct feeling that what you're seeing are not individual creatures moving, but perhaps
I just-
tendrils.
For my own whatever, I just
It's your safety blanket.
pretty much
Yeah.
just turn on my flashlight.
Really think you should have installed it on as like a clapper, so that NPCs could also turn it off.
No.
I'm just saying.
It does change.
That's what you see. We did not install that suit light for you to throw light switch rays. Val and Calypso, the first thing you notice with a 12 is that the fractures are not random. They are fractured so that every little facet of the ice that is sheathing around the station looks like feathers. as if the whole station has been enveloped by two large icy wings
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh,
around it.
Mm-mm-mm.
It's really cool,
it's very cool.
but
Yeah,
terrifying.
it's because it's ice.
So it's
Ha 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 ha.
they're icy wings, right?
Yes. However, you both also see in the docking ring, you can see a horribly damaged portion of it. You can also see that there are three docking ports that are not iced over to the point where they could not have something docked there. But two of them have small raiders attached to them.
Do we see a house insignia?
No. In fact, as with a 12, as you see it, the house insignias have been recently electronically repainted. And you see that crescent with the two lines.
And I'm fresh out of explosives. Great.
Wouldn't blow them anyway. Val doesn't blow up things.
No, I was talking about the people who were presumably on the ships.
Oh,
I
okay,
don't
that's
have
fair.
explosives to shove in their faces.
My mistake.
Yeah. Hey, Perpetua. What's the path of crows?
I do not know. It is the last thing that Father Bell recorded on the map.
Okay. Cool.
But he
Well-
said that I was to be your guide. She said it was my job now. And I'm ready. I think I have it figured out. Jexa, with your 20,
Yeah.
you're kind of looking off into the darkness.
Yeah.
And for a brief moment, that little bit, your AI, right,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
points in your head. There, look there. And almost reactively you do.
Uh-huh.
And for a brief moment, one patch of the darkness grows a little bit glossier. As if some sort of baleful eye
I was about to say it's an eye.
opened
Is this
and looked directly
is this a space
at
kraken?
you. So I need from you
Are we fighting a space kraken?
a faith plus focus.
Cool. Well, I'm going to do several things in this one. I'm going to surge. Pick up those VP, and then I'm going to spend a weird point as I roll. Because, wow. Alright, so faith plus focus is a 9. We're going to go ahead and bump that up to a 16.
It's a space kraken. I just realized it is. He said there 10 to
Woo! Oh, baby. 8.
All right, so you got an 8. How much would you like to spend as you feel this pressure just kind of crushing down upon you?
Okay. I was going to ask if it was a similar pressure that I have in my head, but crushing leads me to say I'm going to spend 12.
Okay. So, with a 12, what is your spirit resistance?
2!
Oh my god!
Hey, it's more than yours.
It's a 5!
All right. So I now need you because
Uh-huh.
I am so excited.
No.
So what I now need you to do, dear sweet Jexa,
Yes.
is roll one more d20.
Okay, sure.
You're gonna see 18, right?
Hello. Mwah.
Occam was donating some weird points. I appreciate that. Occam.
I do too. Can I roll a weird point for this and just pick the better option?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, buddy.
3.
Okay,
It's a success.
so the good news is
Uh-oh.
you are not catatonic.
Oh, good.
That's the good news.
That is good news.
The other good news is that you rolled a 4 or less, which just means
4 or less.
you are afraid. You have a persistent mental state, afraid.
Okay.
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 You suffer a -2 goal roll to undertake any action except perception-oriented actions, dodge or stonewall, as you constantly scan your environment for threats. If you are bested by a foe, you will flee. And when I say this was the best possible outcome, you could have also gone berserk or temporarily been possessed.
Or died catatonically.
Yay for under a 4.
That's right. I
Oh,
personally
I'm
was hoping
excited.
that little Jexa went berserk in the middle of the very confined cockpit, like some sort of rabid space honey badger. All right. So, the Oh Boii docks. Are you? Well, let me say. So you know where you're docking,
Yes.
Calypso. Is that where you're headed?
I'm docking in the available spot by the 2 raiders.
All right.
Are you gonna like scooch by and just scrape them off his shirt?
No, I'm not gonna risk the ship right now because I don't think the shields are engaged. We're moving
All right.
too slow.
So, you dock the ship.
Uh-huh.
You're not entirely sure, Mars, but you're pretty sure this is, if not the exact one, within 3 or 4 ports of where you pulled up to the station low on fuel because of that incident with the, you know which one I'm talking
That
about.
terrible incident that has haunted me ever since.
The ship's sensors
Uh-huh.
register there's no oxygen in the docking umbilical at this point.
Yeah.
You hear like a groan of relief over the comms. Right, all right, Captain Calypso, I'm gonna get this fixed. Lucy is here, and she's got a suit for me. I'm gonna do my best to get it done. I need no more than 10-15 minutes. We're gonna be working on it as quick as we can. And you do hear over the comms a "Oh my God" from Lucia.
Oh no.
We
Lucia?
got this. We got this. Do you go to a private channel?
Yeah.
His hands are burned. Go. I will take care of him. Go.
Oh, okay. He's the suit on now?
I'm getting him on him right now.
Okay. And you have the iodine. Can you wrap his hands in it? I'm assuming you have
I'll do what I
bandages?
can. This is not the first time. Well, you can hear that steel in her voice.
Yeah.
I've been in this situation before. I know what to do. The ship will be ready.
Okay.
Don't forget the big dumb block you picked up from the vault.
What's that thing?
Block. Y'all picked up.
Suit up, I guess, and get our big dumb block that we picked up from the vault.
Aircole kind of stands
This
And I am
episode
in-
isn't named Big
of
Dumb
no
Block.
use on the ship. I would go with you.
You'd be most welcome.
All right.
I'll stay.
Frank kind of plops along.
No, Frank, you stay on the ship. Somebody has to fly it if we need to emergency escape.
And it keeps plopping along.
She,
Send him to Gregor.
Jam, if you kill Frank, I'm flying to your residence and physically
Wait,
committing a
you'll come and
misdemeanor.
I'm already crying and it hasn't even happened.
Do you leave Frank on the ship?
Yes.
All right. You pick Frank up.
I give him a real knife though.
Okay, he takes the real knife and with his one fuzzy octopus leg, puts it as far away from him as he can, and the other 7 arms kind of.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize how emotionally attached I am to a stupid derpy octopus. Oh my god. But I'm tears.
Right.
Oh.
Perpetua's getting the suit on, and she kind of walks up to the hatch. Well, that's got to be the path of crows.
Oh no.
What?
What is?
As you guys come and look out the docking port, you can see that there is a murder of large crows clinging to the inside of the docking ring, all looking right at the hatch.
Charming.
Are the crows at all connected to the eye I stared into?
All of their eyes look exactly like the eye that you looked into.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna go out this door.
Okay. If you're
Jack,
going
so
out the door, I need you to tell me how to work this thing.
Oh.
Big dumb block.
Oh. I guess I'm going out the door.
You push a button.
Okay. I'll go get my suit on.
Isn't the big dumb block the thing that's gonna kill somebody?
Yes.
Okay. Do we know? Does Close and the gang know that, or just Val right now?
Just now.
Just Val.
Maybe Jackson.
All right, so you guys all suiting up.
So,
Aircole.
Jam, can Aircole and I go first and go duck hunting?
You can try. Are you talking with Aircole about this?
Yes.
Aircole has got his suit halfway on, his sword leaning against the. Of course, we can go first. I'm sure we can kill many of them before they kill us.
I want to leave.
We can't. We have to do this.
No, Lee wants to leave. Just
Do you-
stand up and walk out.
I mean,
the door.
Gemma,
Oh, yeah.
Gemma, can you give me a empathy plus faith roll real quick?
What is my empathy for? 12, 30, 40, 15. I'm gonna search. Hold please while I search.
I really wish I had some.
Okay, so that gets me to 23. And I'm at 12, so I need 7.
To get to 19?
Yeah.
Okay. At least you're 60.
13.
How many are you spending?
You're at 29.
13.
Remember, you twos are.
Oh,
So-
14.
There you go.
You feel this sort of wave of peace, kind of in the moment of all the franticness with Frank giving Calypso a hug, making it very hard for her to put her suit on. You can feel radiating off of Jetsa this horror or this terror, her fear. But to your eyes, and you can see reflected in Ercol's eyes, he's looking at the same thing you are. You can see like Perpetua's suited up and she's got the book in her hand, and you see someone standing right behind her. And Perpetua goes, I think this is my task. I was told I would open the way for you. We've got to go in there. I think I'm the one to go first.
She's gonna die.
If that's what you believe, I will go with you.
I would like that. Val, we blew someone up together, and that was awesome. Take care of everyone.
Look, it's gonna be fine.
Of course it will.
Before we go in, seeing the look of fear in Jex's eyes that I have seen many times before in many underclass monks, Jem will walk over with the outward appearance of like adjusting her spacesuit, and because she's like 6 something, right? Bend over and kiss Jex on the top of her head and say, it always seems darkest before the light comes on, and then help her pop her helmet on. Excuse me.
Thanks.
All right. Perpetua and Gemma, Ercol kind of nodding. Come on, Val. I think we are going to be the ones to bear this burden. He starts pulling on the graph straps so that he can carry the big block.
I'll help him.
Gemma, you and Perpetua head into the airlock. You can see the book is starting to glow on the metal corner protectors and the metal the lock on it. And Jexa, you really think you see a third person in the airlock. A man in very simple robes with a very peaceful face, clean shaven, shock of white hair. And he turns around and he gives you a smile as the other set of doors open up. And you hear, Gemma, you're the one who hears it because you're kind of out there, but you all hear it because it's over the squawker. And Perpetua, she just starts walking forward, says a very simple nursery rhyme that you guys have all known. Like, it's one of those ones that just resonates throughout time or has been carried on for reasons unknown. 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy, 3 for girls, 4 for boys. As she starts to walk forward, Gemma, you can feel heat radiating off of the books as the crows start to detach themselves from the wall and fly at you. Perpetua takes another step forward. 5 for silver, 6 for gold, and she bursts into flames.
Oh, I knew it.
And keeps walking forward. As the crows hit her, you just hear the sizzle as smoke and ash hits the ground. 6 for gold, and 7 for a secret, and she just starts running. And you hear over the squawker, the secret is, no matter how far down the path you go, the light is always right behind you. And there was a burst of brilliant light. And Gemma, when it fades, you see an ash outline on the wall and no crows to be seen in the corridor. The way has been opened. guide has fulfilled her role. As hinted at several weeks ago, the gates of paradise opened for her with a kindly old man's face, waiting for his friend. But before that, the old man locked eyes with you, Jexa.
Yeah.
You've been working at it. One does not need to turn from the darkness in a vast gesture. It's the little things. Listening to a friend. Saying a prayer. Realizing that sometimes the moral luck of the universe is against us and doing the best that we can with what we have. You don't need an exorcist, Jexa. You just need to believe. Lies cannot stand up to the light. Go in faith, and face it with courage, and you'll see her again. You get this brief vision of gates closing and Perpetua unburdened walking into the light with Father Bell. That's where we're going to bring, unless anybody has anything that they want to say, that's where we're going to pause for tonight.
Jexa is just going to kind of whisper, and so I'm not sure anybody will hear it. But she's just going to kind of whisper, "Help my unbelief."
Gemma
Lily.
will make the
Oh.
sign of the pain creator cross? Jumpgate cross?
The jumpgate cross?
Oh.
And similar to Jexa, kind of whisper under her breath, just go with grace.
All right, my friends, my companions, my chat, we're going to bring this episode to an end. Next week is the final episode of a long-running and deeply beloved campaign, and I hope you will all join us. Normally, I would shill for the other shows, but tonight, I think we will end on a solemn note. If you like what you're seeing here, please go check out the rest. This is the penultimate episode. Next week is the finale. If you are a longtime fan, you know what to find, where to find it. We will be back in 1 week with the ending of the journeys of the Oh Boii, and a discussion of Fading Suns as a whole and what our thoughts are. Because when we came to this, we were all Fading Suns pure, having never touched a book, having never played a game of it, and now here we are at the end of 4 years wrapping up our game. So thank you to my players. Thank you to the chat. It's always good to see you. Phantom will fill you in on where to find things, and we will sign off, giving everyone a time to sit and reflect. And we will be back in 1 week. So until then, please, big thank you to my crew. The stories that we tell are driven by you, and I'm so glad to have you guys as the pilots of this crazy ship. Thank you to everyone who works tirelessly behind the scenes and chat. Thank you. It's very good to see all of you. We'll be back in a week. Until then, please stay safe and stay healthy and stay gaming. I'm JM. This is the this is the Ulysses International channel, and we will see you later. Have a good one.